Hi everyone, and welcome to This World, where we talk about teaching opportunities and strategies to help us become better educators and better teachers, to just thrive at whatever level we teach. Now, today's question is, do your lessons feel a little chaotic? Do you feel like, or sometimes even too chaotic? Today we're going to talk about 3 routines that every teacher must have in their lessons, and these routines help your work become effortless. So, routine number 1 is to have the start of class routine. Now, this is like when your kids come into your class, what do they do first? Do they know what to do, or do they not know what to do? If they know what they need to do, it becomes easy for them to get settled. If they do not know what to do, then it becomes really hard for them to, get settled. And this might look like them walking into your lesson, knowing exactly where they're supposed to sit, knowing exactly the materials they need for their lessons. Now, for instance, in my class, when kids come in, they drink water, then they sit on the carpet or the mat. This way, they are ready for me when I stand up and, start teaching. Again, this is very general for all the lessons. It's not specific to any lesson. Again, for some lessons, you may need more than just, sitting on the mat. Like if it's an art lesson, you might ask them to, come in, take an apron, set up your paints and palettes at the painting station, then come and sit at the chair. You have to really define these routines based on what you're teaching and your lesson, of course. And then some other routines that are really important for you to have in your class are the attention-getting routines. Now, I've already done a video. I'll attach the link here on some of the strategies you can use to calm down your class in less than 2 minutes. I've given a lot of strategies, most of which, actually all of which I've tried at some point, and they really work miracles. This is really important because you might have given a task, kids are already doing it, and then in the middle you remember you didn't mention something. It happens. So you have to have a strategy to get the children's attention so that you can explain what you missed out. So it could be something as simple as a clap, and they all stop what they're doing to look at you, and then you explain. It could be something as simple as an nonverbal cue, like a bell. Again, they stop whatever they're doing and they listen to you. So this will help you stop the lesson whenever you need to, without necessarily shouting and without making it too chaotic. So you're stopping it, adding instructions or adding more information, then they continue. So having attention-getting routines really help you manage the class. The last kind of routine you need for your lessons is the end of class routine, or the pack-up routine. For instance, in my lesson, when my lesson comes to an end, I start announcing the end of my lesson, like 5 minutes to the end. So I will go like, oh, now we have 5 minutes, the end of the lesson. Just check that you've done, everything that I've asked you to do. Again, this will also help students who have anxiety issues and who have, finishing work problems to kind of be aware that we're running out of time. Slowly, time is coming to an end, so I really need to start finishing off whatever I'm doing. It kind of prepares everyone, not just in terms of time, but also emotionally, to know that the lesson is about to come to an end. So, and this goes without saying, every time I say it's 2 minutes to the end of the lesson, they know with time that they need to check the name, check the date, and hand in their work. And then they clean up the tables. And then once they've finished, I know someone is ready, and you see a lot of kids picking up on this by the second week. Once you start choosing the routines, by the second week, some children have already picked up on it. They stand up, they push in their chairs and stand behind the chairs. Now, this tells them that this lesson is completely over. And I like it. Standing behind the chairs, also, I insist that you have to be quiet because it shows you're ready. So, and then we can easily transit from that, and we leave our class clean and tidy. We can easily transit from that to the next class. Now, some people might argue it's a bit tricky with the younger children. I teach 5-year-olds, And by week 3 of school, they have mastered my start of class routine, my attention calling routine, and my end of class routines. Because you kind of have to be willing to repeat them like 1,000 times in the first 2 weeks. But you just know the repetition will only last like 2-3 weeks, after which it clicks. They know it. They can even remind others for you, you know. And having these 3 types of routines in your class makes your work so effortless, especially with behavior management, because kids know what to do, when to do it, and sometimes even why they need to do it, you know. So if you set them the routines in place, your class just runs by itself. Try them and let me know what you think. You can also share some of the start of lesson routines, attention getting routines, and end of lesson routines that you might have in your class, to help each other. And until next time, see you. Bye-bye. God bless.